Welcome back to the channel, guys. Today we're going to be repacking the old KDX silencer. It probably hasn't been repacked since '92. So anyway, quick backstory on this bike. Got her about a year ago for I think about $1,500. She was beat to hell and back. I mean, foot pegs were broken, all the plastics were spray painted white, the engine was kind of spray painted white too. But today we're going to be repacking the silencer, and I'm a little scared to see what condition it's in. Also, I need to fix how loose that is. So to disassemble, you're just going to need, an 8 or 10 millimeter, whatever you need to take off your two-stroke exhaust. And to repack it, you're going to need new two-stroke packing, some scissors, and some gloves, because that fiberglass in the packing is a pain. You're also going to probably want to get some gasket maker, high temp gasket maker. That's not good. Guess I got another project. And that one just has, that's comforting. Alright, loosen up whatever clamp you got on here. And you should just be able to pull it right off. Okay, well, a little backstory to the plastics too. The KX500 are compatible with the earlier KDXs, but I guess not that compatible. Alright. But why are there no bolt? Okay. Yeah, I gotta kind of pry it out with the screwdriver. Now with the newer FMF ones, you're gonna have to do this from the back because I have the spark arrestor on the front that's riveted on. Because I don't want you to tamper with it, but I got it more or less popped out. There we go. Years and years of not being tuned. Taking out the O-ring, set that aside. Oh my lord. Alright, so I had to take a quick break, clocking to work, but it's about as dead as Amber Heard's career in here, so we're gonna keep going with it. Put this right there. So I got the inner piece out. I had to press it out through these holes with a bolt. I know it kind of hurts my soul, but get in there. Bad. Jesus. That's wow. So you shouldn't really be touching this with your fingers, but screw it. You can see how atrocious. I mean, it was just a solid piece. I'm also going to see if I can get at least some of these dents out. I'm going to get a pipe, put it down there, and then just, reform it. So I'm just going to start with cleaning this out. Got a rag and some brake clean. I'm going to get the rag wet and grab some pliers and just get her down in there. Switch it around a bit. Don't care too much because it won't make too much of a difference, but I mean, that's bad. Like, might as well clean it out. Especially if I'm going to be doing the outside, getting this plastic crap off. That's pretty better. You can see it. There we go. Quite the difference. Now I'm going to figure out how I'm going to get all these dents out. It's not to my satisfaction, so I went and got a 2.5 inch diameter piece of exhaust tubing that fits right down in there. A little tight. I'm just going to press it through. Hopefully it should get all those dents out. Alright, so I got the edge reshaped. This is definitely smoother than it was before. Now to take this crap off. So I've got it pretty clean. Scruffed it up with a wire brush. Got most of this crap out. But I definitely want to repaint it, honestly. I think just a fresh coat would clean it up so much. Get rid of all that crap. So, we got some of this. I know it's for caliper, but I mean, a 2-stroke muffler isn't really going to get above 500 unless you're ripping the piss out of it. So while I got that drying, I cleaned up the rest of the parts as well as I could. Painted this little end cap. Now we're just waiting for her to dry. She's looking pretty good so far. I'm actually pretty happy with the way that turned out. Pretty happy about the way this thing turned out. Definitely looks better than it did before. Got all these parts cleaned up. Got some masking tape. And tomorrow, once all this paint is cured, I'm going to reassemble her. Looks pretty good. Got some high temp silicone for that O-ring and some of the other parts. New machine screws just for the back. And some masking tape to put the packing in. So, we're going to start with the actual packing itself. What you're going to do is grab the piece that has all the holes in it. Usually on a MX bike it'll be significantly longer. Grab your gloves. And lay out the packing. Okay, that's much more than I needed. So at this point, grab your core, or you can measure it and measure it out on there. Grab your core, line it up there, and then add about 1 inch to 3/4 of an inch. So I'm just gonna go with like right here. And then just cut all the way up so you got a nice strip. Grab the strip you've got, start wrapping it around your core. Not tight to the point where it's gonna rip the packing, but you know, not loose. You definitely want it compressing down on that core. Bit like that would look a little nicer. My cuts weren't too great, and you can see all the fiberglass that's come off. There we go. Anyway, take your masking tape, wrap her up. Damn, this looks like a crappy job. Grab your pipe. And just start pressing her down there. Alright, now this is where the damage that's still here is going to become a problem. So I'm going to go press this thing in. Usually you'd be able to just hit it with a mallet a few times and it'll pop back into place. It would also be the whole assembly. This one is 3-piece, so I also have to put on this and this. Now that I've got the core pounded down in there, I'm gonna grab my little, I don't technically know what this is called. I guess it's just a backing cap type thing. Put a little bit of this high temp silicone wherever it ran off to. O-ring. There's already a good amount of gasket maker in there, but screw it. Put a little bit extra. Out pretty nice. I'm happy with it. Ended up putting some bolts in there with a little bit of thread locker, and then covered the ends with a little bit of RTV. Should seal a little better than they were. And let's get her on the bike. Alright, it's all good to go. Let's see how she sounds. Already running significantly better than she ever has before. Overall, just, you know, a massive difference in performance, look on the tail, and just how she runs in general. I used to have to keep her the idle real high for most of it until she was really warmed up, because she would just idle low and die. Now I think the idle's a little too high. I need to start tuning that as well. But honestly, for how much it was, probably like 25-30 bucks, it's worth it. Anyway, thanks for joining me for this video. Hopefully I taught you some. If not, hopefully it was entertaining. Have a good one. Also, real quick, it did start to bubble up after a few rides. So, went and picked up some of this real high temp. 1300 to 2000 degree paint. So, this should do the trick. Get this stuff if you want to do it right. Anyway, thanks for watching.